my name is Zara, and today we're going to be doing a brief review and synopsis of Mysteries You Can't Put Down by Brad Bennett. This novel is slightly different from books in the past, as it is a collection of short stories rather than a long novel. Before I give my opinions on the stories, let's take a look at our book.
In the first short story, The Secret of the Undead Room, a movie mogul is murdered like the zombies in the films he makes, and Detective Ed Steelside must step up to the plate to find his murderer amid a media circus and stories from witnesses that just don't line up. The second story, Yuri's Full-Bodied Wine, explores the story of Eastern European immigrant winery owners as they commit crimes, while a hard-pressed detective strives to find proof and convict them for good. In the third story, The Last Requiem, two suicidal brothers and their sister who only wants the best for them work with a social worker as they try to work towards what they love, music. The fourth story, Flight to Fairbanks, dives into a fast-paced story of a brother and sister in the cockpit navigating a failing plane with help from an unlikely source. The fifth story, A Killing on the 16th Tee, dives into the story of two friends that meet a rich man on the golf course with a proposition that could change their financial futures for the unimaginably better, but at the ultimate cost. In the sixth story, A Command Performance, a drab recorder working on a ship suddenly takes on the role of captain with the help of a special hat. The seventh story, The Boy in the Attic, explores the story of a boy staying with his elderly aunt when he hears noises and finds medical equipment in the attic. In the last story, The Message, extraterrestrial alien activity is suspected by some scholars as they try to piece together the significance of new data.
Alright, now that we've gotten a look at our book, let's dive into some of my opinions, starting with the positive aspects of the book. Personally, I found the unexpected endings that provide a sense of closure to be my favorite part of the collection. The latter half of the collection had more of these twist endings and were more exciting for me. I appreciated that the author tried to keep the plot of his stories interesting by implementing what the reader would least expect and tying in a variety of characters from different backgrounds. Now for my not so favorite parts. As far as negative aspects of the book go, I felt as though there were some plot holes and questions I had about the legitimacy of events in the book. Every author has to walk a fine line between entertaining their readers and making things a little bit too unbelievable. For example, I was surprised that no one heard fighting or the gunshot in the Sylvia Hotel during the first short story, or that the detective didn't even care to ask if anyone had. And in the second story, some rainwater is suggested as washing off the lie, and I feel like that's pretty unlikely. So the author could have done a better job of making the stories more plausible, since every author has to find a balance between believable and entertaining. Overall, I would rate the story with a 3 out of 4 stars. Although the plot was a little bit unbelievable and forced at times, it was really interesting and kept my attention. There are also several exciting, unexpected endings that contribute to that blissful feeling of closure at the end of a mystery story. I recommend Mysteries You Can't Put Down to anyone who loves a good mystery story and anyone with an interest in true crime or suspenseful literature. And I think you guys would appreciate this book. So, due to some profanity and mature themes, though, I would not recommend this book to children. Thanks for listening. Comment your favorite mystery book and why you love it down below. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at bookmarkbyz if you haven't already. And I'll see you next Friday.